I'm here with GlobalPetals on our blog. I'm really excited to have Jay Schwanke here with me today. Many of you probably already know that he is the founder of You Bloom. I'll turn it over to him quick to give you a quick background on himself, and we'll get this interview started. So, Jay, do you mind giving us
Awesome.
a quick overview of your background?
No, not at all. I've been in the flower industry my entire life. I was born at a flower convention. So everybody knows that, I think, about me. And so it dropped me dead center into the great world of flowers. And I was excited about that. Ran my own store for 18 years. I'm also a fourth generation florist. So my family still operates a family business in Nebraska, which is dead center in the middle of the United States. My parents were very involved in the flower industry too, so that kind of led to my current career. After I had run my business for about 18 years, I wanted something more. And I really enjoyed the education aspect. And so I started out on the road to be an educator, and that kind of led to UBloom. In 2006, we started to see a decline in the shows that people were going to and the ways that they could get educated. And we realized that the internet was going to provide an opportunity for them to get educated on their own time schedule. Our biggest watching hours from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, all the way around the globe. So people watch me in their jammies make flowers. And so we started it back then. We started with JTV, which was our first series that we did, which was very explanatory and very long. However, those episodes are very, very well watched on YouTube, which is interesting to me because some of them are like 20 minutes long. Then we switched over to Fun with Flowers, which is 7 to 10 minutes long, and it's kind of like what you would imagine to be a cooking show with flowers. So what that is. And then we also create documentary series. We're just wrapped our third series on the California flower farmer, and we are excited because we hope to be coming to South America and Colombia soon and other places around the globe to talk to more people about where our flowers come from.
Say, Jay, are the top three designers that you should follow and why? When I
So
don't say top
who?
three, let's not say top.
No, no, no,
Let's
no.
say
And I get that. That's awesome. No, no, no. That's good because I think that following is a really good term, Michael. And I think that what's important about that is we have a lot to learn because we're all following people. We're all following the designers that came before us. And I think it's important for us to watch everyone who designs and to remember and respect those designers. Because I think some people would say that, oh, you're following someone. I believe that following someone doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to copy them to the letter about what they do, but I'm very interested in what they're doing. So by that and to that end, I don't just follow designers. I also follow entertainment. I follow trends. I follow colors. I follow flower farmers. I follow suppliers like you so that I know what to do with my product. And then enters in those people you should follow. So then it's a challenge for me because I don't think that I follow people that are in realm, but people that I think you should follow. I think everyone in the world should know who Haskell Ergel is. He's the most photographed designer on the planet. He's 86 years old now, and he creates beautiful things. And he taught me more about flower design than anyone I've ever known. So if Haskell were somewhere creating an arrangement, I would stop and pull up a chair and watch. I like a friend of mine from Springfield, Missouri, Ron Johnson, who owns three design stores. And I follow him because of the way he translates flowers to consumer. When I remember people, I always like to remember and go back and browse through books that Glenn Tharp did, or Ronaldo Mayo's Decorating with Flowers, or Joe Smith, because I remember those people. I don't necessarily follow them any longer, but I remember what they did. So my third person that I follow, I would have to say, is the woman down the street who goes out and cuts flowers in her garden, who picks up an occasional bouquet at a grocery store, who goes to a flower shop and orders flowers from a professional, who loves flowers and loves to have them in their home. I want to know more about her than I want to know about any other designer probably on the planet, because that's going to help us all sell more flowers. So
I really like. Moving into the fall wedding season, what are a couple things our designers can do to stand out, do you think? Maybe this year as compared to any other year that you would see.
Okay. Number one, I think that they should be really super familiar with the flowers that are available. So, like, look to GlobalPetals. Look what you have available. Be familiar with all of the different types of flowers that are available and foliages. I always think if I take a walk through the San Francisco flower market in the fall, there are so many different items that are only there during that time. And even here in Michigan or wherever you might live, fall holds different content. So having a great knowledge of those and being able to offer a resource to your customer about what's available is going to help you stand out. I think also
do you have a couple suggestions of a few flowers that you know that are typically available during the fall that you really like using?
Well, there's a lot of branches. There's a lot of fruit. There's, I mean, you know, as we start to close in on it, we're going to have dahlias that are going to be at the beginning of fall. We've got amazing, I mean, but then you still have the amazing roses, and you still have the colors of even a unique flower like, and an old-fashioned flower like carnations, which I truly love. There's some really unique colors that are coming in those items. Berries, viburnum, those types of things. I think because secondfold, fall is about texture. And so if you pay attention to texture and combine that with beautiful flowers, that's going to help you stand out as well. I think that, you know, I think we need to make sure, third thing, that whatever it is pretty. I think that sometimes we get caught up in a trend or a style or you know, I mean, anything that you completely cover with flowers is beautiful, but I don't necessarily know if I consider that a style. So I want to make sure whatever we make, we step back for a second and we say, is this really beautiful? And because you can set yourself apart more by creating a beautiful flower arrangement than you can with anything else that you do. So I make sure it's pretty.
Great. If you were starting a brand new floral business in today's market, what are the 3 things you'd be sure to do or not to do to be successful and to stand out?
Well, I have to start that off with saying that a flower shop is a big commitment, and I have the utmost respect for anyone that runs a flower shop. I did it for 18 years, and it's difficult and challenging and rewarding and amazing. And there are many days when I say I do not have my store anymore, and there are many days that I'm thankful that I've moved on to other things. So I don't ever want to take away from those people who have flower shops how amazing it is and how thankful I am that they do them. Now, if I was going to open tomorrow, obviously I ran my own store for 18 years, and that ended in 94. I consult with a lot now, so it gives me a great perspective on what people are doing today. If I was going to run a store now, I would invest in the highest quality flowers and foliage I possibly could afford. I would source both locally and globally, and I would visit my flower resource people daily. So whether that means visiting your website or whether it means going to the local wholesaler or even a farmer's market or something like that to source the very best flowers, I would do it daily. Second thing I would do is I would have a signature design. I would have a design that is my own signature. And it, you know, all of the great people you mentioned in your influential article, which was wonderful, each have their own unique style. And I respect every person for every style that they have. They bring that to the table. So developing something that's yours, that you have, that's exclusive to you as a signature style is important. And the third thing I would do, I would go back to what I said in an earlier question is I would make beautiful arrangements of flowers. I would want my customers who walk into my store to know that my store is a flower seller. So I would have flowers available out in the open where they could touch them, they could see them, they could smell them. And not just selection, they could choose or select arrangements that they can choose from. I want that to be an experience. I want it to, when I go into flower shops that amaze me, I have to get a chair and sit because they're so beautiful. And those flower shops exist all over our country. And I would want to have one of those flower shops that are an amazing destination station. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. Michael, this is a pleasure. You're awesome. I love that you and Parth are doing this. I love that you're talking to people. I love that you react to the comments that are to you. You guys are influential and forerunners, and I think that's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a great addition. So,
and I think Jay just made a great point. Comments, please, everyone. We can only give you what you want when we know what you want. So please, after this video, after other videos, check out the other articles. Comment. Be sure to also visit Jay's, the various links that we're providing for Jay's videos. Comment on his videos, on their links as well, whether that be on YouTube or on the sites themselves. Tell us, let us know what you think, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, what else you want to see, whether it works for you. Please, we really want to hear from you. Jay wants to hear from you. Hopefully it's not the last time that we hear from him. I'm sure we're going to be in contact and we'll be able to kind of work together to provide a whole bunch of value for you guys on both of our sites. So, again,
sure.
Really thankful to have you. Check out our site, globalpetals.com/blog, and Jay, ubloom.com. And thank you again.